a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC Worldwide, brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. A Siena Research poll shows Republican candidates are leading in 4 key state Senate races, and they include a commanding lead for Rich Funke over Democratic Senator Ted O'Brien in Monroe County. The Siena poll shows Republicans picked the right candidate in Funke, the former Channel 10 news anchor. He leads O'Brien by 25 points, 57 to 32%, even though there are actually more Democrats than Republicans in the 55th State Senate District. The 55th includes parts of Monroe and Ontario counties. It's the seat that was formerly held by Republican Jim Alesi until he decided to retire. Pollster Steve Greenberg said O'Brien's challenge cannot be overstated. O'Brien spokesperson Jamie Romeo says the numbers aren't surprising considering Funke's 40 years on Rochester television and the money he has spent on campaign ads. The O'Brien campaign has its own ads running, accusing Funke of anti-woman, anti-gun control, extreme views. A Fairport man who drove the wrong way on I-490 while he was drunk and killed a young Gates woman as a result has pleaded guilty in state Supreme Court. Robert Rector pleaded guilty to all charges in the crash that killed 19-year-old Kajia McKenzie last November. He'll be back in court for sentencing on November 24th. That happens to be a year and a day after the fatal crash. By pleading guilty to the charges, which include vehicular homicide and manslaughter, Judge Thomas Moran says Rector will spend a maximum of 9 years behind bars. A Rochester man's been indicted on a second-degree murder charge by a Monroe County grand jury. Clifford Lee Salters, Jr. of Columbia Avenue was indicted in the shooting death of 19-year-old Lawrence Morgan. He pleaded not guilty. Police charged the 27-year-old Salters with shooting Morgan a number of times on Straub Street near Driving Park Avenue the evening of August 21st. Morgan died of his injuries 9 days later at Strong Memorial Hospital. Police in Rochester have identified the 2 young men, one from the city, one from Greece, who were stabbed in southwest Rochester Sunday evening. Police say they were called to the 700 block of South Plymouth Avenue. There they found 24-year-old Michael Crompton of Greece and 27-year-old Edward Fagauda of Rochester. Both had been stabbed in the upper body. Both are recovering at Strong Memorial Hospital. Police have nobody in custody so far. The Charles Settlement House and Rochester's Cornerstone Group broke ground Monday morning for a new housing development in one of the city's neediest neighborhoods. Stadium Estates is being built in the Josana neighborhood across Broad Street from Salins Stadium. Construction has already begun on 45 new housing units. These are 3, 4, and 5 bedroom rentals funded by a combination of state, federal, and private dollars. They're due to be finished in 2015. A Webster woman's been charged with mortgage fraud following an investigation involving the Ontario County Sheriff's Office, the FBI, and the state. Ontario County deputies say 50-year-old Janet Faticone forged documents used in closing home mortgages, and she failed to record 2 mortgages with the Ontario County Clerk's Office. Faticone was doing business as a title agency at the time. And Greece police are checking on the welfare of a man who walked out of Unity Hospital on Long Pond Road before being discharged. They say 28-year-old Michael Carey left the hospital on foot wearing a blue gown. He is 6'1" and weighs about 160 pounds, and Greece police are asking anyone who knows of his whereabouts to call 911. The abandoned Perkins on Ridge Road in Greece, now a Buffalo Wild Wings. Officials cut the ribbon in Stone Ridge Plaza Monday. Supervisor Bill Rylick says the town's wishing them the best of luck. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of our pages and catch one. We post updates as necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.